Hello students, today we will learn our next lesson, that is periodic classification of elements. In these lessons, we have to learn about the content, that is elements and their classification. Then Dobereiner's traits, Newland's law of octaves, Mendel's periodic table and modern periodic tables. Some questions they have asked here. What are the types of matter? The answer is elements, compound and mixture. That are all types of matter. Then second question, what are the types of elements? Answer is metal, non-metal and metalloids. Metalloids is the combination of metal and non-metals. Means the metalloid shows the properties of metal and non-metals. Then third question, what are the smallest particles of matter called? The smallest particles of matter called atoms or molecules. Then fourth question, what is the difference between the molecules of elements and compounds? So elements contains atoms of the same elements and compound contain atoms of two or more different elements. For example, we will take the elements that contains atom of the same elements. So they are example of hydrogen. In hydrogen, only one type of atoms present there. And for compound, we will take the example of H2O, that is water. Means there is two elements are present, hydrogen and oxygen. Students, here we have to learn about the periodic classification of elements. But actually, what is the elements? We have already learned in earlier standard about the elements. Again, I am telling you the definition of these elements. Elements is a substance that is made up of entirely from one type of atom. There is no another elements atoms are present. Only one type of atom is present in element. Now we will proceed to our actual lesson. First, classification of elements. We have learned in the previous standards that all the atoms of an element are of only one type. Today, 118 elements are known to the scientific world. However, around year 1800, only about 30 elements were known. More number of elements were discovered in the course of time. More and more information about the properties of these elements was gathered. To ease the study of such a large number of elements, scientists started studying the pattern, if any. In the vast information about them, you know that in the initial classification, elements were classified into the group of metals and non-metals. Later on, another class of elements called metalloids was noticed. As the knowledge about elements and their properties went on increasing, different scientists started trying out different methods of classification. Students, here they have given the information about the elements. So total 118 elements are known today in the scientific world. Before that, only 1800 years around, there only 30 elements were known. After that, scientists researched the more elements and they gathered the information about the all elements. To ease or to easy to study such a large number of elements, scientists started studying the pattern, if any. So related to that, we have the easy to study all these elements. First, they have classified the elements on the basis of metals and non-metals. We know the properties of metals and non-metals. In earlier standard, we have learned about these properties of metals and non-metals. Later on, scientists search another class of elements, that is metalloids. And that metalloids showing both the properties of metals and non-metals. So here metals shows the which type of properties, that is metals are shiny, malleable, like that properties they show. And non-metals, they are completely opposite the to the metals. Non-metals are not showing the shining properties, and they are the brittles, easily break down. But the metals, if you hammering on that, they are, we can see they become the thin sheet of the metals, and we can make the thin wires of the metal. But the non-metals are not like that. We cannot make the thin wires from the non-metals. Next, they have given the Dobereiner's traits. In the year 1817, a German scientist, Dobereiner, suggested that properties of elements are related to their atomic masses. He made a group of 3 elements, each having similar chemical properties, and called them traits. Students, first scientist, the research on these elements properties, and then he made the group of the elements related to their atomic masses. And he made the 3 elements, group of 3 elements each having the similar chemical properties. The 3 groups of elements, they showed the same chemical properties, and he arranged them, the 3 elements, in a traits in an increasing order of their atomic mass, and showed that the atomic mass of the middle element was approximately equal to the mean of the atomic masses of other 2 elements. However, all the known elements could not be classified into the Dobereiner's traits. Students, here they have given the example how the Dobereiners made the group of 3 elements, and how the middle element shows the approximately equal mean of their atomic mass. Example, lithium, sodium and potassium. So how to calculate the mean? They have given the formula of that, A plus C upon 2. Students, here they show the atomic mass of the lithium, that is 6.9, and the potassium atomic mass is 39.1. They have taken lithium mass as A and potassium mass as 39.1, and that is divided by 2, and you will get the approximately equal mean mass of the middle elements, that is sodium. So that we get here 23.0. So this one we have to add first lithium and potassium mass. So here I have solved that example. Those who are not understand how to solve it, see here 6.9, that is lithium mass, and 39.1, that is potassium mass, divided by 2. If we add these atomic masses, we get the 46.0, divide by 2. This one simple, dividation. So we get the 23.0 and this is the sodium mass. Like this, Doberaners made the groups of three elements in their increasing atomic masses, and that is called the Doberaners traits.